what's made NFTs so powerful for such a time and changed the lives of so many artists is that it was the Great Reset. There were no NFT professionals, no gatekeepers, no time-honored, validated guard. So it allowed anyone to come into a space and rapidly see movement based off of either just being first or actually letting their skills shine and take them to a level that didn't have to be validated. It kind of hit us in a spot for a while where it was like, if you've got the goods, it's going to show. Because now so much, it's human nature that so much of what we appreciate is validated. The Mona Lisa wasn't revered as a piece of genius fine art, a masterpiece for hundreds of years. It wasn't until it became part of the zeitgeist. And one of the things that elevates the Mona Lisa itself is the notion that it's recognized. So when someone can name it as the Mona Lisa, it makes them feel validated, that they know that they're in some sort of a club of knowing that's the Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci. But the reality is that ties directly to our need as primates for social proof. We are simply apes, bored apes, you could argue, right? All of that is changing in the zeitgeist. Now, on March 26th of 2021, last year, I made an observation that said, once the dust settles, basically, we'll be right back where we started. And we're getting close to that now. Last year I sold an NFT in an auction house alongside Banksy and Warhol, like an Andy Warhol soup can, sold in the same space as an NFT that I did with my boy Arts, musician, hip hop, New York. And, we made NFT history and art history by being the first audio visual NFT to sell in a premier auction house. I was nominated for, where is it at? Best traditional artist turned NFT artist for NFT NYC last year. But what I'm saying is, we're just apes. And the blockchain is just an extension of who we are as human beings. And so long as we come with our palms up, there will be gatekeepers. It's already happening, and it's funny because the Bored Apes themselves represent a version of this. It's a social proof. The reason Bored Apes are so valuable is because they are a social proof of this thing that so many people in the NFT space say, we're so glad it's behind us, but we're elevating it by the fact that Bored Apes are so valuable because they're a signifier of social proof. I was also verified as an artist on OpenSea, the blue check mark. It's valuable to us because as primates and as social people, we look for validation. We come with our palms up. There's a great TED Talk that talks about even just the mechanics of shaking a hand. If you ever notice, you go to shake someone's hand and they come at you like this. They come like with their hands slightly, some really crazy will come with it way over. Some will just be slightly over. And then there's other people who will come with it even underhanded or slightly underhanded. And basically someone coming over top is trying to literally say, I am, somewhere in their subconscious or in their conscious, they're saying, I'm better, stronger, more alpha than you, right? And then someone doing this as a sign of supplication. You can see it in Planet of the Apes. There's this, when you go up to the alpha ape, the alpha male, it's put this way. And that's what we're doing with Bored Apes in this NFT space. That's exactly why they're so valuable. Because they're not valued by virtue. I mean, the art is cool, it's fun, and the rarity is a thing, but more than anything, they are a stamp of validation. And so I guess the great reset, the window's closing for that. I mean, again, the reason why I say that is because if you were an artist and you came into the NFT space, if you were the first artist to do such and such a thing, you could, elevate quickly, whether your art was good or not, just because you were first there. If you were an amazing artist, or you had an amazing mindset, skills with code, you could elevate quickly because of the nature of people need to pull in, either something that's first or something that's best. And, in the world of just oversaturated media, it's very difficult to rise up, even if you were an amazing master level artist. NFTs for a while opened that door. That window is closing, I believe, because I think, and that's why I said March 26th of 2021, because there are bigger fish coming, and those fish that are coming in are those who already have blue check marks, or they're the dispenser of blue check marks. And as human beings, we look for what other human beings are doing and saying is good to validate. Whether it's good or not, we believe what others tell us is good. And that's where we go. So I had some success in NFTs. I know better than to rest the laurels on the notion of the space itself. I said in a Twitter post not that long ago that NFTs brought a lot of artist success, but now it's time for artists to bring success to the NFT space. And I didn't mean that success to NFTs. I meant if you're going to find success in NFTs, you've got to bring your own level of awareness and acumen and everything else. The NFTs just aren't going to do it for you by themselves anymore. So that's my piece. Peace.